This is a video about some general comments regarding knife handles and my experience. I am 50 percentile size of hands, so I'm pretty much the average. I don't have neither small or big hands, so all of these should fit me comfortably, and it does, but some of them perform better than others. In no particular order, I will comment on the Ontario Ranger series. The handles are very square, but they work good as long as you have a 1/8 of an inch in thickness. The Spec Plus handles of Ontario, they got it right this time. The grooves make for a very tight fit. They are not oval in their cutout section, so rotating the blade is very hard. One advice is to avoid the oval shape of fighting knives. The oval shape is meant to rotate the blade this way just to reach your enemy with the edge you want. I would stay away from this handle on a working knife. The fish-like shape of this type of handles, such as the one on the fusion handle of Buzzies, I found to be very comfortable, especially for choppers. In the case of Buzzy knives, they got it right because you have a standard size of handle, but there's a lot of movement around it. So you can go this way to choke the blade, use it in a normal way, or even grab it further back to use it more like a hatchet. In my opinion, the push dagger handle should only be used in the cases where you need a very short knife, because you basically can only use it for puncturing. You cannot cut it due to the topology of the blade. The Johnson's Adventure handles from K-Bar offer you a very secure grip with multiple holding positions. I found it to be a rather comfortable kind of handle, and at the same time it is removable, so you can buy scales if you're doing a custom knife. Design-wise, hands down, the best handles are the ones found on the Vox knives of Boker, or even the customs, obviously. These are both good looking and very comfortable to hold. The Becker handles I have found to work very good with pretty much any blade thickness up to a little bit over 1/4 inch. You can buy them by themselves to use on your custom knife. Easy to replace, and they are very affordable. I have found that Taylor brands, although the design they use on their handles is very similar to the one used on the Ontario knives, the material they use, it seems to be PVC and is very elastic, so it is very comfortable to use because it is soft, but makes your hands prone to sweating. Some of the best handles I ever tried are the ones found on Moras. They are very comfortable to hold, and they give you a very precise use of the blade. I have also found that on large knives, the best thing to do is to use an oversized handle, such as the one found on the RTAC. This kind of profile will also allow you to move your hand very close to the blade and very further back. If you're buying extra thick knives, such as these ones, make sure you choose a rather thin handle. In the case of the Tops Mini Pry, it is very comfortable to hold, while on the Ontario Signature series is perhaps the worst and most uncomfortable handle that I have ever tried on any knife. This might be common sense, but the only advice I can give you for sure is to stay away from paracord wrap handles. These are terribly uncomfortable, and they hold moisture, will give you blisters over prolonged use, and perhaps the only advantage you can get is that you can replace them cheaply and without any tools. Another advice is that on knives that are meant to be used for precise work, the use of very thin handles allows you to use it as a pencil sometimes to do very fine work. The case of the Kershaw Diskin Hunter is a success in my opinion. When you're buying choppers, make sure you get one with perforations near the beginning of the handle to do a wrapping, to tie a lanyard to your wrist, and at the same time allow for the rocking motion of the chopping. If you cannot find a chopper with a perforation, make sure you get one with this topology, so you can do the same thing, tying up the lanyard here. And finally, the best ergos on any knife I have ever tried are found on the CRKT Ultima, and apparently these handles were designed in conjunction with Ergonomics design lab, so they are very comfortable, and the way they manage the moisture, mud and sweat from your hand is amazing. You don't feel the grooves at all, you feel it like if it was smooth, and it is very comfortable and gives you an incredibly secure grip. Those were my opinions from my experience. I hope you find it useful. Thank you.